The movie starts by telling us about a trade deal between Thailand and England in 1890. Thailand agreed to send its best rice to the world market with England's help, but there was a problem. In central Thailand, farmers depended on buffalo for work, and there weren't enough buffalo. So, buffalo traders from eastern Thailand brought all their buffalo to the central region. This created a new trading group in Thailand called the Nahoi. They were the ones who moved the buffalo around. A while later, there was a Nahoi guy named Singh, and he was traveling with a bunch of his followers to central Thailand. But their trip got interrupted by a young guy who looked like a cowboy. This young guy was famous among the Nahoi and went by the name John Bung Phai, or the Rocket Thief. John Bung Phai attacked Singh and his buddies with homemade dynamite rockets. These rockets were super powerful, and John Bung Phai could even ride them towards Singh. Then John Bung Phai started fighting all of Singh's followers, the Muay Thai martial art moves he'd known since he was a kid. Even though there were lots of Singh's followers, John Bung Phai managed to beat them one by one without hurting anyone badly. After defeating them without killing anyone, John Bung Phai started checking each of Singh's followers for a tattoo. This tattoo was a special mark that belonged to the person who had killed John Bung Phai's parents. It turned out that John Bung Phai had been attacking the Nahoi all this time, trying to find the person who had killed his parents. Sadly, he didn't find anyone among Singh's group who had the tattoo on their chest, so he left, taking some of Singh's buffaloes with him. John Bung Phai planned to give these buffaloes to poor farmers for free. On the other side, there was this rich guy named Lord Wang. He was introducing steam-powered tractors from England to the farmers in his village. Wang explained that these tractors were better than buffaloes and could plow fields super fast. When a rich guy offered to buy one from Wang, he asked for a really high price, 1,000 baht. When the rich guy and the farmers heard this, they all left Wang behind, because that was the price of 10 buffaloes. Later on, there was an execution of a forest bandit leader named Kamoy, who had done a terrible thing by killing his own mother. During the execution, Kamoy managed to escape and ran into the forest, with Wang and his people chasing him. When they got into the middle of the forest, Kamoy met up with his followers, who were waiting for him. But their reunion got interrupted because Wang and his people showed up. One of Wang's guys, who knew Muay Thai, started to fight Kamoy and his followers. When Wang's men had Kamoy cornered and were ready to finish him off, suddenly Kamoy felt a hunger deep in his belly. Out of nowhere, he sprang up and attacked Wang's gang using his trusty weapons. Kamoy managed to kill all of them, and he started eating their flesh. This gruesome act revealed Kamoy's incredible fighting skills when he was hungry. Wang, seeing Kamoy's potential, decided to offer him food and a job. He wanted Kamoy to steal all the buffaloes from the Nahoi. At first, Kamoy refused the offer, but when Wang promised him freedom and a big pile of gold, Kamoy couldn't resist. The next day, Kamoy and his gang followed Wang's orders and attacked a group of Nahoi. While they did their dirty work, Kamoy helped himself to the Nahoi's food, and his gang brutally took down all the Nahoi's crew. At the same time, Wang started taking things from the villagers, making them mad. But there was nothing they could do, because now Wang had hired the forest bandits. Kamoy stole buffaloes from several Nahoi and farmers and handed them over to Wang. But Wang wasn't satisfied. He wanted Kamoy to steal buffaloes from a tough Nahoi named Singh. As time went by, the farmers got upset because they didn't have any buffaloes left and had to use basic tools to plow their fields. They realized that this would make them hungry. So they decided to go after Wang. But before they could do anything, John Bung Phai showed up and gave them lots of buffaloes that he took from Singh. That night, John Bung Phai lit a big fire to warm his body. He had been living a wanderer's life for a long time, and he had this idea to help the farmers and find the person who killed his parents. And his real name was Zhang. The next day, Singh and his followers were resting in a grassy area, putting up tents for a break. Unbeknownst to them, Kamoy and his crew were keeping an eye on them, and Zhang was also there, planning to attack Singh's group again. Singh had lunch with his 3 closest friends, Samar, who wore glasses, Payne with a fair complexion, and Sui, who had a round face. After eating, Singh and Samar did a ritual to protect their gang from evil spirits. As Singh scattered soil around the trees, out of nowhere, Kamoy suddenly showed up and shot Singh in the chest. Then he started attacking all of Singh's buddies. Meanwhile, Zhang was up in a tree, watching everything. In the middle of the fight, suddenly Singh got back up. Zhang then noticed that Singh had the same tattoo as the one on the person who killed his parents. But that's not all. Singh had some kind of inner power that let him hit things from far away. And Singh had somehow put the spirits of a monkey and a tiger into Pain and Sui, giving them the strength to take on Kamoy's followers. Zhang figured out that Singh was the one he was after, so he climbed down from the tree to confront him. But this time, Zhang couldn't handle it because Singh was incredibly resilient. In the middle of the fight, Kamoy grabbed one of Singh's followers as a hostage, making Singh chase after him. Meanwhile, Sui and Pain went after Zhang, who had lost the second fight against Singh. Luckily for Zhang, he managed to defeat Pain and Sui. On the other side, Kamoy found himself in a tight spot and said that if they killed him, Singh would have to deal with Lord Wang. Singh then figured out that Wang had done something wicked by purposely getting forest bandits to steal the buffaloes. So Singh let Kamoy go and decided to focus on waking up Sui and Pain back to consciousness. Singh was also puzzled because Zhang accused him of killing his parents when he believed he hadn't hurt anyone's parents. Not long after, Kamoy, who got beaten by Singh, eventually tracked down Wang at his home. Kamoy told Wang that it was almost impossible to kill Singh because of his magical powers. He suggested that Wang should find a black witch named Dum, who was known for giving advice on how to take down Singh. Without wasting time, Wang, Kamoy, and their crew headed to Dum's place deep in the forest, which was in a temple. They met Dum's lovely daughter, Asa. However, Asa explained that they couldn't see her father once night fell. When night fell, Wang wasted no time and met up with Dum, revealing his plan to take down a guy named Singh. As soon as Dum heard Singh's name, he got curious because it turned out that Singh used to be his fellow student in the temple many years ago. Back then, they both studied under the same spiritual master. However, one day, Singh put a curse on Dum's body, making his skin burn when exposed to sunlight. Dum then told Wang the way to defeat Singh, that it involved using the menstrual blood of a virgin with Taurus zodiac on Singh's skin, which would weaken him. The problem was, Wang was unsure because finding it could take a long time. But then, Dum revealed that his daughter, Asa, was a Taurus virgin. Dum asked Wang to find a skilled fighter to use Asa's menstrual blood on Singh, and the fighter he had in mind was Zhang. The next day, Zhang was keeping an eye on Singh and his crew. Out of the blue, he ran into Wang and Wang's younger sister, who pretended to seek revenge against Singh for killing their parents. This made Zhang feel relieved, knowing there were others with a similar fate. During their chat, Wang mentioned that he knew someone who could help them kill Singh. Hearing this, Zhang agreed to team up with Wang, and Wang took Zhang to Dum's place. When Zhang got there, he fell in love at first sight with Asa. Wang introduced Zhang to Dum. At first, Dum was skeptical because Zhang looked a bit scruffy. But when Zhang quickly saved Asa from falling, Dum changed his mind and decided to make Zhang the fighter against Singh. They all stayed at Dum's temple while waiting for Asa's menstruation. During their time together, Zhang and Asa grew closer and developed feelings for each other. Once, Zhang opened up to Asa about his life story. When he was just a kid and a monk, he had a terrible night. He saw Nahoy bandits kill his parents and steal all their buffaloes. Zhang managed to shoot one of the Nahoy with a rifle, but this Nahoy, who had a tattoo like Singh, got back up and attacked Zhang with a sword. Not long after, Zhang woke up in a temple in Dynamite Village. In that place, they often did rain summoning ceremonies by blowing up bamboo with dynamite. Zhang realized that as a monk, he couldn't seek revenge, so he left the temple. Before he went, a man who had brought him to the temple gave him a necklace made from a monk's robe. After that, Zhang learned lots of stuff in Dynamite Village, from making dynamite to practicing ancient Muay Thai techniques. He became a tough fighter and never lost a fight since he was a kid. After waiting for a few days, Asa finally had her period. When Dum saw this, he did a special ritual, and Zhang got dozens of dynamites ready and coated them with Asa's blood. With everything said, Zhang said goodbye to Asa and went off to take down Singh. The next day, Singh went to the livestock inspection post to register his buffalo. But Zhang was there, and he wasted no time attacking Singh with his homemade dynamite. Right outside the post, Wang's crew and Kamoy also showed up and went after Singh's gang. It turned into a fierce battle, and Singh got hit by dynamite coated with Asa's blood. That left Singh too weak to fend off Zhang, who started giving him a real beating. Just when Singh was down and out, Wang and Dum suddenly appeared and had a satisfied laugh. Zhang figured out that Wang wasn't some poor guy, but a rich landowner with a history of crimes. While Singh was powerless, Dum was finally free from the curse and got his power back. In the end, Zhang learned that it wasn't Singh who killed his parents but Dum, who happened to have the same tattoo as Singh. Dum started attacking Singh and Zhang. He even put the spirits of a monkey and a tiger into Pain and Sui to go after Zhang. When Zhang realized Dum was too strong, he fled with Singh, riding a dynamic cart. Pain and Sui tried to chase them, but luckily, Zhang managed to lose them and find a safe place. Once they reached a safe spot, Singh told Zhang that he wasn't the one who killed his parents and opened up about his own past. Back then, their master gave Singh and Dum magical powers through an amulet in their chest tattoos. They used these powers to protect their followers and their buffaloes. However, Dum got greedy with buffalo trading, and he started using his powers to steal buffaloes from farmers and even killed some of them, including Zhang's parents. Singh realized that Dum had lost his way, so he had to fight Dum. He used a torn piece of Zhang's monk's robe to curse Dum, and then saved the injured Zhang from him, taking him to the monks in Dynamite Village. Dum gave his lucky necklace to Zhang through the monk. Hearing this story, Zhang felt really sorry for misjudging Singh, even though Singh had saved him. Zhang also explained that he used Asa's menstrual blood to defeat Xing. Xing was surprised because Dum had never been married. Meanwhile, Wang, Dum, and Kamoy met Asa and took her to Wang's house. There they discussed how Singh could regain his power by getting an apology from Asa. The only way to stop Asa from restoring Singh's power was to take away her virginity. Wang couldn't hide his excitement because he thought he could get intimate with Asa. However, Dum revealed that he should be the first one with Asa. Wang and Sei were shocked, but Dum clarified that Asa wasn't his daughter and recounted the time when Singh cursed him. Back then, the villagers kicked him out and didn't help him. So Dum heartlessly kidnapped a baby girl with the Taurus sign and raised her until she grew up, all to get her menstrual blood. Then Dum tried to harm Asa, but suddenly he fell and convulsed. It turned out Wang had poisoned his drink to kill him. But Dum wasn't out of tricks. He used his powers to transfer his spirit into Wang's body, giving Wang two personalities and extraordinary powers. When they were about to harm Asa, Zhang showed up, shooting dynamite into Wang's room. Wang came out and told the villagers to kill Zhang. However, the villagers didn't bother and just left. Zhang immediately fired dozens of dynamites at Wang's house and took down Wang's henchmen one by one in a tough fight. After a fierce battle, Zhang defeated them and hurriedly took Asa away from Wang's place. Zhang brought Asa to Singh to recite the spell that could restore Singh's power. But before long, Kamoy appeared, making Zhang fight him while Asa kept chanting. Despite using his best moves, Zhang had a tough time against Kamoy. On the other hand, Singh had recovered his strength, but he took off his amulet on purpose and asked Asa to give it to Zhang. Together, they went to confront Dum inside Wang's body. Singh made sure to keep Wang distracted so Asa could pass the amulet to Zhang. Wang attacked Singh with powerful long-distance strikes that went right through him, almost killing him. When it seemed like Singh was done for, Zhang got really angry. He grabbed Singh's amulet and went on a brutal rampage against Dum and Wang. Zhang didn't stop there. He also went after Kamoy and managed to kill him by setting off dynamite. After that, Zhang faced off against Dum's spirit that had left Wang's body. Meanwhile, Wang accidentally got tangled in a kite string while trying to catch Asa. Zhang landed a heavy blow on Dum, causing Dum's spirit to return to Wang's body, and they all went flying with the kite. Zhang took advantage of the situation, burning Wang's body and throwing it toward a tractor. This led to Wang and Dum exploding and meeting their end. Once Dum and Wang were gone and Singh was buried, Zhang could finally live peacefully and happily with Asa, with Zhang took over as Nahui to carry on Singh's work. Moral lesson from the story: don't trust a person just because they have the same tattoo, and make sure you know who's who before blowing things up with dynamite, or you might have to deal with the buffaloes trading.